for those that are listening in that don't know what a chief financial officer is, could you please give them a quick rundown of what a CFO
Yeah,
does
sure.
in asset management
Yeah,
company?
so a CFO, it's the CEO makes most of the strategic decisions around people, client, culture, right?
Yeah.
The CFO is the lead advisor when it comes to the company's finances, and the finances are a manifestation of everything else that happens in the company, right? If you're in operations, you're going to have expenses. If you're in the sales department, you're going to have revenues. If you're in the HR or technology, you're going to have costs, right? Everything goes into the financial statements, right?
Yeah.
So a good CFO, fundamentally, those three or four things, right? They make sure that the and records are in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, right? I'm a
Yeah.
CPA. I went to PricewaterhouseCoopers for 10 years, right?
Mhm.
Um, a CFO also takes that information and uh, and put it into decision support tools, pricing analysis, profitability analysis, forecast, projections, stuff that has nothing to do with history, but with the future, right? Then take that information and communicate it to stakeholders. Stakeholders could be the board of directors, it could be the investor community, it could be Wall Street, it could be employees, right?
Yeah.
And then takes all the company's results and deals with external regulatory agencies, the IRS for taxes,
Mhm.
the SEC, or any other federal regulatory agency, uh, the external auditors, because in the capital markets, if you're a big company, you have to get audited financials. So there's an independent accounting firm that has to come overlook at your set of bookings records, make sure they're in good shape, right? The
Yeah.
CFO coordinates all that stuff. If there are changes in accounting policy because there's a new legislation, the CFO has to be on top of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
If they are, in order for those financials to be working, to be put together effectively, they have to be a system of internal controls, right? So CFO is ultimately responsible to make sure that there is an internal control structure that is reliable and will yield financial reporting that is accurate, right? So
Yeah.
it's a big job.
How do you plan where you want your projections to be at in, let's say, 5 years time?
Yeah, so it's part of the strategic planning process. Typically you would get together with your management team and
Mhm.
evaluate the market opportunities and your own product or solution that you're offering to that market, right? And a set of assumptions around, look, this type of product at this price will be purchased by this market, this segment, this geography, right?
Okay.
And it will be purchased because we would have a sales force, because we would have a marketing campaign, and everything that relates to the sales process and business development process, and that creates revenue projections, right?
Yeah.
That revenue has a cost, right? So there's inventory, there's overhead, there's um, uh, servicing costs, right?
Yeah.
And you project that out, and out of all that discussion, what comes your profit estimates, right? And whatever capital requirements that you need to run that business, both monetary or human capital.